All right, this is Javi here, and I'm doing my next review. This is a pilot review. I am reviewing the pilot of Beauty and the Beast, the CW remake of the 1980s TV series. This remake stars Kristen Kruk and Jay Ryan playing the characters of Catherine Chandler and Vincent Keller, respectively. Um, what can I say about the series? I certainly don't think that it's bad. I don't think that it was great. It wasn't like a pure escape for an arrow for an hour, which is what Arrow was. This was much more drama with a supernatural twist to it. Like the uh, original one was. I mean, that's exactly what the original series was. But it certainly wasn't bad. But however, it's really only mildly faithful to the original series. The concept of Vincent has just been completely changed from what he originally was. This is both good and bad. It's good because I really like his updated backstory. In the original series, Vincent was a beast man, and he had been born that way, and he was that way his entire life. I guess you could say he was very similar to Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, I know the series was called Beauty and the Beast, but if you really think about it, Vincent in the original series probably had more in common with Quasimodo than he did with the actual Beast from the original Beauty and the Beast story. The main thing that really linked those two characters were them both being, well, Beast, but really very, very, very different characters. And he lived with an underground civilization, and this underground civilization lived underneath New York City. I believe it was Central Park. Uh, like, I've never seen the original '80s series. I did see a retrospective on it that was done by Obscurist Lupa from that guy with the glasses .com. She did a retrospective on the entire series. So pretty much everything that I do know about the original series more or less comes from that retrospective, and also from what other from what I've read just from other people who have actually seen uh, the original series. Uh, but in this version, Vincent has less in common with Quasimodo and more in common with the Hulk. He has more in common with Bruce Banner. Vincent was changed as a result of a military experiment, like Bruce Banner. Vincent changes into a beast man whenever he gets angry or whenever his adrenaline gets pumping, like Bruce Banner. And he's pretty much on the run from the military or branch from the military, like Bruce Banner. And he has, of course, a female character helping him out, who, while she's not his girlfriend yet, she'll probably become his girlfriend, like Bruce Banner. So, all in all, this character has a lot of similarities to the character of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. Um, Kristen Crook is playing the character of Catherine Chandler. In the original series, Catherine Chandler was a district attorney. In this series, she's a New York City cop. And I personally think that of the two characters, Catherine has been updated. The best of the two main leads. I like that she's she's a cop chasing down criminals and putting herself in danger. Makes so much more sense since that's basically her job. I'm not saying that I mean, yes, district attorneys do their own investigations. I have seen. I'm not a Law and Order fan, but I do know I have seen enough episodes of the show to know that yes, district attorneys do actually do some in investigation. They attempt to find out facts. Uh, Unless of course Law and Order completely fictionalized that. But I don't know. I always saw Law and Order, or I always had the impression that that series was depicting things fairly real, realistically. It wasn't, it was fictionalized, but not too fictionalized. Yeah, but certainly I don't think a district attorney would constantly, be placing themselves in danger or would have reason to be in dangerous situations the way Catherine was. With Catherine being a cop in this version, it's much more plausible. And once again, it's her job. As Catherine, this is now Kristin Kreuk's third attempt at playing a heroic female character. First attempt was the attempt to make the character of Lana Lang heroic on the TV series Smallville. The second attempt was Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li, in which she played the title character of Chun-Li. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but personally, I feel that both attempts were disasters. Chun-Li certainly was, as the movie bombed. There's no arguing that that movie flopped and it was poorly received. With Smallville, while I do feel that the Power, Requiem, Lana becoming a superhero storyline was a complete disaster. I know that there are those who will disagree, and we've actually had many an argument on the IMDb message boards, but that's not something that I'm gonna get into here since I'm not talking about Smallville. I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast. But Catherine, likable. She's allowed to be laid back. She's allowed to have a sense of humor. She's extremely serious when she needs to be serious. She's essentially, what I would call, a real, genuine, likable hero. She's not shallow. She doesn't act, like a self-righteous person. She's extremely nice, extremely kind. She seems willing to take responsibility uh, for her mistakes, and she's just an all-around likable character, and we can actually understand what her motivations are with her having been savagely attacked, and of course during that attack her mother was murdered. So she has real motivation to actually want to become a cop and be a hero, as she's been through, those experiences, and she wants to keep others from going um, through those exact same experiences themselves, and wants to, of course, get justice to those who have been wrong. And then, yeah, I know that one, I'm probably overdoing it, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably what Catherine's ideals are, or at least that's what it seems like her ideals are. As well, of course, finding out the truth behind why her mother was killed. That's another motivator too, which once again, is pretty understandable. And many will argue that this was Lana's motivation and this was Chun Li's motivation. But once again, I'm gonna put it down to likable character, and and how this character is seen. Is this a character that's actually played as a real person that's actually forced to make mistakes, deal with consequences, and and realize that they're not perfect, and treated like they're it's like they're not perfect, and treated like they are putting themselves in situations that they may not be able to handle? Or is this a person that just wants and gets everything handed to them on just a big silver platter? Catherine is the former. Lana and Chun-Li were the latter. And of course, for Lana, many, many times when she did not get her way, uh, let's put it this way. If you know Smallville, you know that Lana not getting her way ended in some. It never ended well, and then of course after it's all over, it's like it never happened. Lana's the victim. Okay, I'm rambling here after I just said that. I wasn't here, talking about Smallville. I'm just trying to express the best way I can. Why I prefer Catherine over Lana, and over and what I felt Lana and Chun Li had in common. That makes them the wrong depiction, whereas Catherine is finally the right one, and Kristen just finally, she finally chose the right role in terms of wanting to play a heroic figure. So, Kristen, all I gotta say is good job, girl. All power to you. All right. Well, it's not 15 yet, but it's starting to get there, and I do have a lot more to say. For part two, I'll be talking about the character of Vincent and what I feel does not work about his character. So that's coming up in just a moment. See you soon.